Hello and welcome back to Go Fort Smith, brought to you by J. Pauley Toyota. How would you like to live in a place that puts an emphasis on culture, lifestyle, and amenities? Well, stick around and experience with us all that the Hub has to offer. Today we're here at the Hub, a very unique project right here in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and I'm here with a team of people who are making it all possible. Kat, Rob, Jason, and Kathy, thanks so much for having us today.
Thank you.
Be here.
Well, first off, I would just like to jump right into the inspiration for the Hub. Where did it come from and why Chaffee?
First of all, Chaffee is basically unmatched anywhere in the country, where you've got a county who has the trail system, you've got the city with the infrastructure, we have education, we have jobs. It's all in place, and it's just hard to find. If anything, you can't find it. I just visited a development in Fort Collins, Colorado called Montava, and the attainability to get there and barriers of entry are huge, so we are lucky in Fort Smith to be here to have this, for sure.
Well, I definitely agree. Fort Smith, if it's going to develop, it's going to be this side of town. Chaffee's a very unique opportunity. From conversations we've had, I know you described it as a blank canvas. I really like that term. And I know it allows you to build a culture here, with different amenities and things like that. And can you guys speak on that a little bit?
Well, the great news is that we've got a really good foundation. And with this development, we've got to have people to help us. And the great news is we have great partners with us today. Kat and Rebel is coming, and so we've got a good group of people here with us.
Well, and Kat, can you speak on a little bit about, your involvement on the project?
Well, Rob asked me to curate the space, and I don't know, I walked around several evenings, I walked to the nature center, and the thing that's super noticeable about being here is the sunset. And so when, I'm experiencing these pinks and blues, I thought, what kind of artist do I want here? And I decided that I wanted artists that's work, they think about a deeper meaning to life. So I was able to actually get Matt Miller to come look at the property with Rob. Matt Miller's work is, he's one of the top artists in Arkansas, and his work is even in Alice Walton's private collection. And when he paints, he meditates. So Matt's not just, it's not a one-liner, it's not just the surface, a 2D surface. He's thinking beyond the 2D surface. And I thought that would be a great way to start off the art pieces to the Hub.
Jason, I'd kind of like to know a little bit more about Revel itself.
Sure. Well, blank canvas is a perfect descriptor because that's kind of the essence of what the restaurant is. It's typical new American cuisine, which is typically associated with fine dining and things like that. We're bringing that back where it's far more approachable. So it does echo kind of the sense of community and culture that's here. The idea of Revel is just in the name itself, and taking a blank canvas every single day and making very unique offerings just with what's around and what's currently trending and what's currently available locally and things like that. So that's kind of the premise of what we're starting. Going to have a couple of staples in food and drink, and then just create from there.
Well, and to piggyback off that, what are some of the activities, to establish that culture that you all are wanting to do moving forward, especially with Revel and the art component here?
I think the fun part's going to be the daily activity. We've got residents right up the street that could hop in a golf cart or walk down and enjoy Jason's cuisine. And there's very few places in Fort Smith that get to do that. Kat literally is looking at this as a 3, 5, 10-year project to entertain people with art in their everyday life. So for us, the events are going to be daily. And we will have some big stuff. We're going to have some tastings. We're going to have some art openings. There's going to be all sorts of fun things. They're going to be unveiled this year, but the big one's going to be daily life. That's going to be the real ticket.
Well, and you've already answered a question I have is why choose the Hub? And it sounds like to me that, the daily life out here, there's nothing like it. With the trail systems close by, an excellent restaurant on site, the art piece being involved. I mean, altogether, it sounds like it's going to be something that all ages really have something here.
Well, the other part about what we're trying to do as well is we're recruiting. Right now, we've recruited friends. We're working together to curate this for the future, not just for tomorrow. And one of the things with the product that's going to be very much like Jason's is We're not creating a buffet style, big lots, throw them all out there. These is gonna be small batch. So when we release product, just like we have right now that's available, it's not gonna be this massive unveiling of stuff. We're gonna be really targeting different people who live differently than probably already today. So we're really excited about having that opportunity to work together.
You want to say something, another piece about the art is, art right now, it's about experiencing art, interacting with art. And we're going to be ahead of the curve because we are doing it now, something that's just now starting to grow as a phenomenon in art, experiencing and interacting.
This is a long-term play for us. This is something that says this is going to be here for a while.
Well, and it is a lifestyle for all ages. I mean, we've already seen that with 2 couples in the townhouses that, and we've seen single people. I mean, it's reaching all boundaries in this area, and I'm thrilled for that because if you're older, they still want to be around some younger people, and the younger people still want to be around some older people, and in between. So I think that's exciting.
Too, the other thing is nothing here has to be permanent,
Yeah.
right? Let's think about. Just because you move in here does not mean 20 years from now you live here. There may be another spot in here that you say, I'd rather be overlooking the trail, or I'd rather be over here. Jason says, I'm gonna open up a pop-up coffee shop, but it's gonna be on the other side of the street, right? And that's really the intentionality behind the whole programming, is that CAT is not looking at this as we have one place for art. No, we have 40 acres worth of places for art, for food, for connection, for parks, for everybody. So that's another big part of this that I hope people can realize is, look, Jason may be rebel right over here, but he may have another idea as we watch this sort of go. I mean, I don't know, that's kind of how I love this.
I love that idea because when we first started talking about this, and I got your vision of it, I believe almost immediately, where I was taking kind of where I'm from, which is northeastern area, and kind of just placing it right here in the middle. So this urban area where it is constantly evolving, where you do have these things where you can change and things like that. That's what made it so attractive to me as far as operating a business and the sense of community, because it is constantly changing and evolving. It's not you're here and this is what it's going to look like in 20 years. I mean, it's a very different space in that time.
So why develop the same way we've been developing for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, which is one developer builds one product for one builder? No, let's build a multitude of products in different shapes and sizes and allow the development to morph and become something completely different if it has to.
Thanks so much for joining us today. It's obvious that Rob and his team have many ongoing developments. Be sure to tune in next time as they reveal more exciting news.